Good afternoon. Well, I'm up in the car park today, and it's been a bit of a quiet day because the weather forecast said it was supposed to chuck it down the entire day. And as you can see, it's actually been quite nice and dry. So, as it's still quite quiet, the owner's looking after the shop, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time just trimming this hedge. So, 3 years ago, the very first video I put out on YouTube was me cutting this hedge. So, I'll put a link in the corner if you want to go back and see that. Hopefully, my video skills have improved since then, but I know the hedge certainly has. So, with that, it really was a bit overgrown and a bit tall. Since then, I've visited it a few times, and I've actually been taking the height down every single time because the driveway comes along there and comes in through the gate there. So people can't see people coming in when they're trying to get out. So I just try and take the hedge height down each time so that people can actually see over the top of it. So the hedge here is a mixed hedge. It's supposed to be snowberry, which is this stuff here, which is lovely and soft, has little pink flowers that you hardly ever see, and then white berries in the autumn. Mixed in there is the odd hawthorn, which is quite nice, and then the odd bramble, which obviously isn't. But for now, I'm just going to go along, give it a trim, and see how it looks when I'm done. So yeah. Right, well that's me finished with this section, and to be honest that's me finished for today as well, because unfortunately I've had an hour out here and the owner's come up and said that he's got something else he needs to get on with, so he needs me back up in the shop. So I would like to have carried on. To be honest, from the tree onwards is a holly hedge, so that hasn't particularly grown, so that's not quite so important to do. But this section here was most important because cars couldn't see when they were coming in and out and we might have had a collision. So from that point of view, safety is much better. But yeah, I'll probably revisit this again end of July, because I want to cut this section and I'll cut that section as well, just before the school holidays, making sure it's nice and safe for the school holidays. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Sorry it's only a short one, but the owner seems to be getting me just doing the most important jobs at the moment, and I can see that causing right problems in the future. But hey, at least I'm still working. So right, I'll end this video here and I shall see you later. I don't know about you, but I think the neighbours might be taking advantage of us slightly with how you can add stuff to our bonfire pile. None of that pile was me.